It's your girl Lady, and if you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you are already a part of the Life Endeavors family, hey y'all. And so you need to do what? You got it. Now, so I am here because I get up pretty much every morning to start my day, and was a little excited because, and I'll give you a little backstory. So about a year ago, I got some information in the mail, and it was just information about me being able to go back to work. Now, by no means am I saying that when you get this information in the mail that you're going to be able to go there. So by no means am I saying because you get this information in the mail, you're going to be able to go back to work. And the information is your ticket to work, same as in the title. Now, you do have to, of course, reach out to the organization and get some, tips and tricks on what needs to be done. So let's jump into that. What I am speaking of, and I don't know why I'm going to put pictures on the screen, but for whatever reason, my light. And so I'm going to read from the brochure that I just showed you guys so you know what I'm speaking about. So this brochure basically shows you the different programs, how it works. And it basically says in the introduction, which is what I'm reading, which you'll see on the screen, several million disabled and blind Americans receive monthly Social Security benefits, supplemental Social Security income, which is SSI, payments, or both. Many also have help from Medicare or Medicaid in paying medical bills. Many people with disabilities, however, want to work. To help them, Social Security has work incentives, including the Ticket to Work program. Some of the work incentives allow you to keep some Social Security disability insurance, which is SSDI or SSI benefits, and your Medicare or Medicaid while you transition to the workplace. And if you find that you can't work, it's easy to start your payments again. So basically what it's saying is, depending on where you're gonna work, how much you're gonna make, some people's benefits may stop. However, for whatever reason, if you get sick again or you're just not able to work because your, health has declined a little more, or some type of new issue has come up to where you're not allowed to work, you will be able to restart your benefits for whatever reason if they did stop. Now, some individuals' benefits may not stop. You may still be able to get all or some of your benefits depending on what type of job you get or how many hours you get. In addition to, if you get Medicare, if you get Medicaid, you will be able to keep those benefits as well. So let's just keep reading. It says your ticket to work, if you are an adult age 18 through 64 and you get disability benefits, you qualify for the Ticket to Work program. You can use the Ticket to Work program to get services and support you need to go to work. The goal is to help you earn enough money so you can become financially dependent. This booklet answers questions about the program and tells you where to go if you need more help. If you have questions not answered here, call Ticket to Work helpline toll free at 1-866-968-7842, and TTY is showing 1-866-833-2967. And as you see, I have it on the screen. And like I said, this booklet, it really comes in handy just because if you are an individual that wants to go back to work, it gives you all of that information. Plus you can call and they can, discuss it with you. Now, if you want to start this program and you don't have a booklet, you can actually go to www.saa.gov/work, or you can go to choosework.ssa.gov, and you would do that by selecting the Find Help tab on the Social Security website. And you can also get job search assistance or other services by calling the Ticket to Work hotline number that I gave you previously. It states that employment networks and organizations that can help you find and keep a job. They also provide employment support services at no cost to you. So that's a big one. A lot of people are always wondering, how it's going to affect their Social Security, Social Security income or Social Security disability income. And that's going to be SSA, SSI, or SSDI. When it actually comes to these programs, because a lot of people, they're already paying for a lot, and having to dig even more into the little income that you're already getting can really be devastating, to say the least. Now we're gonna jump into our sponsor, which is your girl. If you are looking for someone to help you in business, help you in life, I'm it. Definitely go to allinallitslife.com and sign up today and get your merch. I know I have. Back to the video. So when you contact an employment network or state vocational rehabilitation agency, they can help you decide, what position is going to be best for you, what's going to work with your health. They'll help look over your work history, and they will ask you questions about your disability just to make sure that they are able to assist you to the best of their ability. So I feel that in calling this service, and I've spoken to them, they're very courteous, they're very patient, and they listen, and they'll be able to ask you those questions, as well as you'll be able to ask questions to make sure this is something that you're ready for or that you're going to be able to do. Now, I would say make sure to get clearance from your doctors. Don't just say, oh, I'm ready to work, and so I'm going to work, because sometimes dealing with your health, your doctor will be able to say, okay, hey, with what you have going on, are you going to be able to, take your medications on time? Are you going to be able to still get whatever naps in? Or are you going to be able to, deal with the toughness of working? And, in life, stress is going to come. It's up to you how you deal with that stress. However, you don't want to put other things on yourself that's going to cause stress. So, in my case, I have a lot of things going on. I do need some accommodations, and so I'm not just gonna jump back in the workforce as far as corporate America just because I got a notification saying that I can work, or I got these documents in the mail saying that I can work. I'm definitely gonna make sure it's in line with my health, and whatever career opportunity I do decide to take is going to be beneficial to my life and not deduct from my life. And me, doing my own thing with my own businesses, it works for me because I can work when I am able to work and not work when I'm not able to work. And I'm still able to work at my own pace, so to speak. So I am excited to be able to do both. However, if I'm not able to do both, I'm not caught off guard, and I'm not trying to count coins that I don't have yet. It also states that the employment network or state vocational rehabilitation agency will keep a record of people who qualify for the program and who are not working with the employment networks. And what they do is they give the information to the employment networks and state vocational rehabilitation agencies, and that way they're able to contact you and give you more details when you choose, or when they have availability to reach out to you, so that you can get more information and go back to work if you're not able right now. What they usually do, if I'm not mistaken, they set it up for a year later. So let's say, like me, I got my ticket to work, and unfortunately it's not something I'm able to do this year. Well, they'll set it up for a follow-up, and it's going to be within a year unless you specify, okay, well, reach out in like 3 months or 6 months or something like that, and then they'll kind of touch base with you, because you may really want to be able to go back to work. However, medically right now it's just not feasible for your body to do. And the next statement is, do I have to work with a particular employment network or state vocational rehabilitation agency? And the answer is no. It just basically states that the agency must agree to work with you. And as long as you sign a plan with a network or state agency, you can always change your mind. You don't have to stay with that agency. So even if they find something for you or somewhere for you to go, if it doesn't work out, you can always say bye-bye. And it just gives you the information on, if you're not happy, how to do that, and, leave wherever you decide to work for, whatever agency or rehabilitation center, who to call, who to talk to get out of that. And like I said, all of this information is going to be on the socialsecurity.gov website. It even discusses protection and advocacy for beneficiaries of Social Security, which is bypass. And it's there are 57 bypass nationwide. They are a part of each state's protection and advocacy program, and it basically gives support and guidance on disability benefit rights. So if you want to know more about that, like I said, you're welcome to look up that information. And I like this little booklet because it allows you to keep everything where you need to, who you talk to, when you talk to them. I always say take notes. Notes. I mean, that's my go-to. I usually do everything in my phone because I like to have everything close. However, I do also write stuff down. So I'll initially write it, so I know I'm going to write it right in here. And then I will go back and I can, put it in my phone. And that way I'm not going to lose anything. And I love using OneNote. And I also use like the notepad on my phone, and it doesn't matter if you have an Android or Apple, iOS or Android device. It's something, if you are, into phones or laptops or tablets or whatever, you can use these apps across these websites, but you can keep everything near. But I always say write it first, because the more you write something, the more you retain it. So I always write it first. Then I go and either I'll talk it into my phone and it'll go into my notes, or I will type it. It just depends on what these hands gonna allow me to do. This mouth is usually always working, so you gotta choose wisely. Now, like I said, I did get this letter in the mail, and this I received this week. I actually opened it this week. It actually came last week. However, here's the backstory. So about, let me see, a year ago, I got this information, and I had not had my benefits for a year, and that's how I found out that if you have not had any type of disability or anything for at least 12 months consecutively, this program you're not able to utilize. So I actually got it like a year early. And so of course I called, I wanted to get all the information and find out what the next steps were, how they could help me, things of that nature. And when I did that, that's when we started to go into everything, and I'm asking questions, and the person was like, let me get your information. And when they realized I had not had benefits at all for a year, I think I had only had benefits for like 30 to 60 days, something like that. And they were like, well, I'm so happy I was able to talk to you and give you this information. However, at this time, you're not eligible for our services. And that's how I, found out all of that. So now we're back. It's been a year. I am eligible for the services. So I thought that was funny, and I thought I would share. So definitely make sure that you've been getting your benefits for at least a year before you try to utilize your services, because they will shut you down. So you do get free personalized support finding work and keeping your benefits. As you employ employment, you get to talk to a trained, knowledgeable agent. And again, this is at the Ticket to Work helpline, and that's going to be at the number going across the screen right up here. And Social Security will postpone medical review of your disability if you participate in the program and you make progress. They also, like I said before, they will do everything that they can to help you find the type of position that is going to work best with you and your health, and help you keep those benefits. I mean, that's a big one. Most times when you're thinking about getting employment, the first thing you're thinking, okay, I have to supplement my income. And depending on what your income is, you really don't want to lose it. You really want to be able to add to. And that's why I like this program, because it will allow you to actually add to. They also offer to you the self-sufficiency program up under this program. And I can say I did read an article recently. I will link it in the description, how the government has already relinquished money from the state's budget to go towards this program, the federal budget. I just remember it was a nice, penny of monies to go towards these services. So I will definitely link that. And if you qualify for services from your state vocational rehabilitation agency, and you decide to go with the employment network or the state vocational rehabilitation agency, just depending on whatever type of help you need, you will qualify for a multitude of services, even transportation to get back and forth to and from work. So keep that in mind, especially if you're like me and your ride's about to run out, in reference to transportation. Don't worry, because they'll have you covered. So that's all I have for you today, and I'll catch you in the next one.